Assalamu alaikum. Indian Evidence Act 1872 or Law of Evidence. The most important topic is that of this act, what are the characteristics of law of evidence? This question is most important for examination. What are the features of the Indian Evidence Act, or what are the characteristics of Law of Evidence Act? Both questions are same. Introductions of Law of Evidence. Indian Evidence Act 1872 came into existence on 1st September 1872. On 1st September, Sir Henry Maine drafted the Law of Evidence, but it is rejected. After that, Sir James Stephen drafted the Law of Evidence, which is applicable and came into force on 1st September 1872. Indian Evidence Act came into force 1st September 1872 and consists in Section 167, Part 3 and total chapter in 11. Extents of Law of Evidence. Indian Evidence Acts extend to the whole India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Except the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and applies to all judicial proceedings which are defined under Section 2I of CRPC or in before the court, including court martial. This act does not apply to an affidavit and arbitration. Affidavit which is defined under Section 295 and 96 of CRPC and Order 19 of the CPC. Here, the main features of the Indian Evidence Act 1872. First of all, Indian Evidence Act came into existence 1st September 1872. Secondly, Indian Evidence Act consists in Section 167, Part 3 and Chapter 11. Thirdly, Indian Evidence Act applies to the whole India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Next question is, Indian Evidence Act does not apply to the court martial covered under the Indian Army Act and Indian Navy Act or the Air Force Act. Number 5th, Indian Evidence Act does not apply to the affidavit to any court or officers. Number 6, it does not apply to its mean Indian Evidence Act. Number 6, Indian Evidence Act does not apply to proceeding before any arbitrators. Number 7th, Indian Evidence Act is not only the procedural law but also the substantive law. Indian Evidence Act is adjunctive law. Number 8, Indian Evidence is adjunctive law because this act is always mixed both the substantive and procedural law. Number 9th, Indian Evidence Act is a lex fori. Lex fori means law of the place of the action. Number 10th, Indian Evidence Act is not complete code because Indian Evidence Act contain all the rule of evidence. Such rules are also in contain other acts. Number 11th, Indian Evidence Act based on English law. Indian Evidence Act based on English law, English evidence law, with few exceptions. Thank you for watching my videos.